Welcome to my channel, Living Linux. In this video, I want to tell you a little bit about installing Raspberry Pi OS on the Raspberry Pi CM5 with the CmRat carrier board. So to install Raspberry Pi OS on the eMMC of the CM5, you need to change a switch on the CmRat. So here you can see the switch says OS boot and the other side says USB-C. So if you set it to USB-C, then you can, for instance, boot up a Linux computer. Well, in my case, I use the Raspberry Pi 5 and then connect a USB-A cable to the USB-C port of the CmRat. And if it's a USB 3 port, then it should have enough power to boot it up. So I didn't even need the external power. But make sure that it is a USB 3 or higher port. Now, I did have some problems, and it turned out that perhaps there is an issue with my mini HDMI connector, because it didn't get a signal through my HDMI switch, and also my HDMI capture card doesn't really work at the moment. So I have to see if I can get a new mini HDMI plug and see if I can get things working from there. So at the moment I'm using a Kuha screen recorder. So I'm not going to go through my usual test because Kuha screen recorder is taking away a little bit of performance, so that wouldn't be a fair comparison. So I use the information from this video. I'll put a link to the video in the description of the video. But in short, well, when you're on Linux, then you can follow the procedure as described on this Github page. And I'll also, of course, put a link to that one in the description of the video. Then just follow this procedure. And once everything is built, then you can try to make the connection. And then it should look similar to this. And once you have the connection, then it might take another, let's just say 10 seconds before all the storage is recognized by the host system. And then you can start, for instance, Raspberry Pi Imager. And if you want to install on the eMMC, then you have to choose the eMMC BLK0. So I installed Raspberry Pi OS on the CM5 with the CmRat, and works like a charm. It boots very fast. So I'm using a screen recorder, so I can't really show you the boot process, but yeah, it just boots in a couple of seconds. It's really, really fast. But there's one thing that was a bit annoying. I have the Waveshare cooler for the CM5, and by default it will spin at full speed. So it's quite noisy. And I found a website from Jeff Geerling, and he explained it for the CM4. Things have changed over the years. So what I noticed was that You have to start the Raspberry Pi configuration and then go to interfaces, and then you have to enable I2C. I also tried it with the changes in config.txt, but that's, well, perhaps I did something wrong, but this is a lot easier. The only thing is that I'm not really sure what it actually does, so when I want to try other operating systems, then I'm really wondering if it will be possible to control the fan, but yeah, that's a problem for the future. And yeah, I also tried to use the DT overlay in config.txt, but like I said, I wasn't able to get that working. So once you've made that change, enable I2C, then you have to reboot. And yeah, so here they say you have to install I2C tools. Well, I think nowadays, at least with Raspberry Pi OS, these are already installed. So perhaps if you have a different distro, then you have to install it, perhaps. So here they said that you can try to see the fan controller with this command. And well, unfortunately, that doesn't work, well, at least with my CM5. So I was thinking like perhaps it's on a different port or something. So with computers, sometimes you have to start with 0, but it turned out that now it's available with 1. So here you have that 2F, just like with this picture. And well, I can try to set the fan again to maximum speed. Oh yeah, it's not 10, but it's 1. So probably you can hear the fan, and well, Waveshare says that their fan is quiet, but I would say at full speed it's anything but quiet. So I just went with 60, so that it's still spinning a bit. I haven't really done a stress test, but at least for now, I know it is cooling a bit, and at least the noise is gone. So yeah, I still have to investigate a bit about the signal coming from the mini HDMI port. If it is just my mini HDMI plug that perhaps is doing something strange with the signal. So hopefully in the future I can get it working with my HDMI capture card, and then I will try to do some more benchmarks. So meanwhile, I will try to get more images working on the CM5 with the CmRat, and we'll see how that goes. So this is all for now, and I hope to see you again in my next video.